You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. Oh, man. We were talking earlier in the Tom Brady video about the juicy nuggets from the Combine, and that's going to continue. Maybe the entire week we'll get some juicy nuggets out of the Combine. I've got Dog with me. Yeah, Dog is with me to do this video. And I could only hope that I was going to get something to come out about Sean Payton and Russell Wilson, particularly Russell Wilson. Broncos, Russell Wilson, the entire nightmare we have covered here at length on this channel, and has been a big content driver. One of the reasons this channel has blown up so much has been Russell Wilson and that cringe saga in Denver. Well, look, we know that Sean Payton pushed back from the table that was the Arizona Cardinals due to one, Kyler Murray and his reputation for can you just come out and say that he might be lazy? He might rather play video games than be an NFL quarterback. I don't know. There's word that when he signed the big deal, they created a monster complete with a shitty attitude. So who the hell really wants to deal with that? I guess Jonathan Gannon does. I guess he does. So enter in Sean Payton to Denver. All right. Much more stable ownership situation than someplace like Arizona. But you got to deal with Russell Wilson. You got to try to save Russell Wilson's career. Well, Russell, you got 1 year to do it, because now it has come out that, plain and simple, Sean Payton is not a big Russell Wilson guy. Not a fan. Now, there were rumors of this prior to him even going to Denver. But this seems to confirm the fact that he doesn't like Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson is picking the brain of Drew Brees. And it looks like Sean Payton isn't loving that, actually. Now, to my knowledge, Drew Brees is not a consultant with the Broncos. He's not on the payroll. In fact, he may be a consultant with the Saints. But Russell Wilson has been contacting Drew Brees a lot. And you get the sense here that maybe Russell Wilson is actually bothering Drew Brees to the point he's called Sean Payton. But that's an interesting nugget that also came out involving this. All right, so it goes on up here, talk about the rumors and everything that come out of the Combine. This one is about the Denver Broncos head coach and quarterback Russell Wilson. NBC Sports' Matthew Berry was among the media present at the Combine, and he was told by multiple people at the Combine that Wilson basically has a 1 year audition. We've talked about that. I said, look, he's got this year. He's got this year to prove it. Or he's probably not going to be around, and I'm sure somebody will sign him. But I don't think he'll be looked at as a franchise guy if he doesn't work out in Denver any longer. Has a 1 year audition to prove himself to newly hired head coach Sean Payton. This is what was said. A source told Matthew Berry that Sean Payton may not like Russell Wilson. Quote, I don't think Payton likes Russ. He's got 1 year to prove himself or Payton will move on. Wow. I don't think he likes Russ. Let's come down here. The source pointed out that Payton has said multiple times in public, on the record, how Russell keeps, quote, bothering Drew Brees. I've heard him say this. Payton tries to play it off for a laugh. But my source doesn't think Payton actually thinks it's funny. That's really interesting. I mean, you would think that Payton might want Drew to be used as a source there for Russell. But you have to wonder, did he think that Russell would call Drew twice and that would be it? Or is Russell doing the overexcited kid in class that raises his hand on every answer. Oh my God, look at me, Mr. Unlimited. Drew. Hey, Sean, you got to get your guy here, okay? Because he's called me like 17 times to talk about his height and my height. And, yeah. And you got to wonder, because Drew and Sean are kind of close here. I know that. And you got to wonder if Peyton is like, man, let's keep this a little bit more professional, okay? That's crazy. If Wilson continues to struggle this upcoming season in Sean Payton's office, it's unlikely the veteran quarterback will be back with the team. Yes, the cap hit will sting, but they can spread it out over 2 seasons and just bite the bullet and move on from a move that did not work out as planned. From there, Peyton can enter next season and handpick a quarterback he wants to lead the team moving forward. And it goes on to talk about how obviously they hope this works out. This is the Mile High Report. So they're going to be a pro as best they can be, which is sort of really an indictment of the story too, because they're sort of a pro Denver Broncos, let's go rah rah kind of outlet, and they're coming out with this as this may not be. Sean Payton may not be the biggest fan of Russell Wilson. Like I said, this was percolating prior to Peyton going there. I made a video where it was kind of known he didn't like Russell, all right? And we've talked about the fact that Russell was not well liked in the locker room. Obviously, we found out players around the league are not big Russell Wilson fans. We know Richard Sherman, Marshawn Lynch, all those guys in Seattle pretty much can't stand him. So what would lead us to believe that Sean Payton does like him? Why would Sean be the one outlier in the situation? And as far as Russell goes, this is it. I do believe this is right, okay? Far as he's got 1 year. Because you got a top 3 to 4 offensive-minded head coach in the league. I mean, who's up there too? Andy, Kyle, Sean McVay, too. Who else? I don't know. I'm sure there's one or two I'm leaving out. Mike McDaniel might be one. Josh McDaniels, whether people realize it or not, top 5 offensive mind. Right? It's the defense in Oakland that tends to be the problem. McDaniel's system is wildly complicated. I don't know why it's so complicated, but it is. That's Josh. Anyway, so this is not surprising. I think this is a big deal because he's gonna build an offense that suits Russell. Now, is Russell going to want to play in that offense? Is he going to want to listen to Sean? Is he going to want to still chase this I can be a pocket guy dream, fiasco, nightmare? What am I looking for? Pipe dream. Is he going to want to continue to chase that pipe dream? Because he can't do it. He can't play in the pocket. He's too short. And so if this doesn't work out for Russell, at 34 and then it'll be 35, you got to think he might consider just retiring. Otherwise, he's going to start being looked at as more of a journeyman / backup quarterback, which was unthinkable 3 seasons ago for Russell, because Russell probably will go to the Hall of Fame. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He won 1, and his stats are good. Luckily for him, he put up a lot of great stats in 8 and 9 years as the Seahawks quarterback. All right. But these last 2 or 3 years is really going to, make you take a step back and go, ugh. So there it is. I mean, Sean Payton, not a big fan of Russell Wilson. I don't know. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. A lot of Broncos fans watch this channel because of this fiasco. A lot of people that would agree with us that Russell Wilson is cringy, to say the least, right? Cringe. Mr. Unlimited Wolverine's blood. Go Broncos, let's ride. Let's do some high knees. Peace, I'm out. Subway, dangerous. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.